zu Ende sein und dann wird den Juden das freche Lügenmaul gestopft werden.
ميتتنا في قتالكم أننا سنبيدكم على بكرة أبيكم ولن نبقي منكم أحدا.
We should go and burn all the copies of their Talmud. But he was infuriated about the Talmud. Of course, today, the Jews consider him a great anti-Semite.
All right, I'm going to show you another little clip here. We're just going to be hitting a couple little clips very quickly because, again, I'm limited to 15-minute videos. So, but this one here, we'll watch it and I want to make some comments on it.
I've heard it said so many times that, oh, the Jews, they just believe the Old Testament. They believe everything we do just without Jesus. And that is a lie. They don't believe God. They don't believe Jesus Christ. They don't believe the Old Testament. They don't believe the New Testament. They don't believe any of it.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you know, because, I mean, they interviewed 4 rabbis, picked 4 rabbis to interview for their stupid little propaganda film. And, you know, little Andersnake zombie preacher, you know, he's got all these little clone preachers that are all trying to be like their hero Stevie, you know, and they're all coming out, any Jews, they don't listen to any part of the Bible. Watch some of the rabbis out there. Rabbi Mordecai Kraft, I've talked about his one video on the hidden language of the Hebrew language, the DNA of creation or something, I think it's called. Incredible. I mean, the guy's incredibly intelligent. Yes, he rejects Jesus. Yes, that's a sad thing. You know, I pray for him all the time. We pray for him every single night. You know, I'd love to see the guy get saved. You know, but the guy is very, very highly intelligent, knows the Bible very well. And he teaches at a Torah institute, by the way. And, you know, and oh, but the Jews, they don't care at all about the Old Testament. They don't follow the Old Testament. You know, and again, this Nazi propaganda technique of we're going to judge all of Judaism by picking out a couple examples, hand-picking our own examples, and we can condemn the whole system. That'd be like some atheist coming along and saying, I condemn Christianity because I spoke to the Pope, Rick Warren, Joel Osteen, John MacArthur, and, you know, Chuck Swindoll or something like that. So all Christians are stupid. You realize how much variety there is within Christianity? Why is it different for Judaism? You see? You know, I mean, just look it up. And again, you know, this whole thing of you know, the Jews are no more and everything else. They don't obey the Bible and all this other stuff. And they even say in the movie here, this stupid propaganda film, they say, yet, you know, oh well, you know, they don't have any system of animal sacrifices. They don't follow it or anything else. You know, and you know, all these things. Let me just show you the problem with that. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Let's see which verse I want here. Thessalonians 2, verse 4. Well, we'll go up to verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Okay. If the Jews don't read the Bible, why are they building a temple? Why will there be a rebuilt temple? Go to Matthew chapter 24, which Anders Snake and his little zombie crew always, you know, Matthew 24 debunks the pre-trib rapture. You know, well, pre-time of Jacob's trouble catching away of the saints is not going to be debunked by these losers, because they don't know the Bible. They're not saved. That's why. But verse 15, Matthew 24, verse 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea, flee into the mountains. So 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, we read about the Antichrist sitting in the temple. Matthew chapter 24, the abomination of desolation in the temple. But the Jews don't read the Old Testament. I guess it's going to be independent fundamental Baptists that go to Jerusalem to rebuild the temple. And the Jews are just going to be kind of like, whoa, what are they doing, you know? It's so stupid. I mean, there's so much stuff in the news and things. You know, they're trying to get this red heifer and things to redo their sacrifice, their system of sacrifice and everything. How aren't these people seeing that? They don't read the New Testament or the Old Testament. They don't care about the Old Testament. You know, you're rather stupid if you listen to these people and take them seriously. Let me just show you another verse here quickly. Daniel chapter 9, verse 27. You know, when Jesus said, you know, spoken by Daniel the prophet. Daniel 9, verse 27, and he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease, and for the overspreading of abominations he shall make it desolate, even until the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate. The abomination of desolation that Jesus spoke about. But he causes the sacrifice and oblation to cease after 3.5 years. But the Jews don't believe in sacrifices anymore. No, the ones that they picked out, the rabbis that they picked out, that are liberal and things like this, for their little propaganda film, those ones don't believe in the Old Testament. Those ones don't read the Bible. They aren't Bible-believing, you know, Old Testament, Torah-observant Jews. You know, see, again, satanic propaganda. You go out and you hand-pick those people that you know are going to say what you need them to say for your little film so that you can make all Jews look bad. Well, if all Jews are bad, if this little loser right here, this little satanic hireling, if he's right that all Jews reject the Old Testament, then who is there bringing back the system of sacrifices? Who rebuilds the temple? Just doesn't work.